What's up, YouTube? Hey guys, we are here today. Myself, I got John Maddox from John Maddox Outdoors.
Yes, sir.
And so he's my grease monkey. That's why I keep him around. We're going to be doing an install video today, and it's going to require a bunch of stuff that I really don't like doing. So he's going to motivate me and do part of it. So anyway, what we're doing today, I recently bought some power brakes. So we are going to be installing power brakes on my Raptors, and I got all the stuff here, and we're just going to make a good video on this from start to finish. It's going to take us a couple days, and the reason is because we only have about an hour and a half to work today, and so we're going to get kind of everything lined out, and then tomorrow we'll come back and really get into it when we have a little more time to get it finished. It shouldn't be that big of a job, I don't think.
I don't think it's going to be too bad. Running the wire is going to be the hardest thing from the front to the back for the foot pedals on the brakes. So yeah, that should be the toughest part. So
hopefully that's the toughest part.
Hopefully. We usually turn an hour project into about 6 hours. So.
Yeah. So I don't know, guys. Y'all just stay. We'll time ourselves, see how much time we actually put into it. Yeah. But all right, well, we're gonna be doing this in the storage building because we do have a high chance of rain tomorrow, and I may wind up pulling out just a tad bit because we'll have to get onto the Raptors. But we're trying to do this and keep the boat inside so it's not getting soaking wet. Anyway, y'all stay with us. Let's see what we can make happen here. Hopefully it will be good.
And he failed to tell you the real truth. He said I was the grease monkey. To be honest, I'm the brains behind this operation. So there you have it. There's the truth, folks.
Gotta make it feel good. Gotta make it feel good. All right, guys, so we ran the cables down. Now it does give you some pink connectors. We went ahead and changed those connectors, so this is what it gives us. I wanted these right here that I can use heat shrink on them. So I'm gonna just put a quick piece of tape next to those to make sure nothing's there, then pull this heat shrink down and make it totally 100%. So the two brown wires go to the red wire, and then the two blue wires, you just choose which one you want to. There's a black and also a green. It does not matter. I'm assuming that's going to be your forward and reverse.
Yes.
I'm guessing. So it does not matter which one you do, those two. And
this is actually for the foot pedal part. We're starting here first. So there you have it.
All right. So I just ran this heat shrink over this and over all three of the connectors. I'm just going to shrink it up real quick, and that is it. We're gonna let that cool down a minute. It's ready to go. I'm gonna put a little piece of tape right here just to give that a little more support because I didn't have enough heat shrink on that. All right, guys, so we are back at it today. See John back there. We are in the storage building, and for the first time in 2 months, it's pouring down rain. We're actually gonna take this somewhere else to work on it. Have a garage that is available to me, and we couldn't get out of here without the rain hit, and I'm talking a lot of rain. So anyway, we're just gonna work in here. I pulled it up, getting the front of the boat wet, and we'll drain it all out after a while. All right, guys, so last night before we left, we ran all the wire up to the front for the foot pedal. Today we're gonna be, because we have a lot more time, we're gonna be working on the actual trolling motor. So these are on the Raptors, and there's 2 bolts right here. So we're gonna take those 2 bolts out. We're gonna drill them, make them a little bit wider, and then what will happen is this plate will go in here, which will then, here we go, then this, well, I think I've got that one maybe backwards or something, but anyway, basically it's gonna line up with down here so that these are gonna wind up going, it is backwards, there it is. There it is, and then this will go in there. It's hard to do without hands, but that way the trolling motors will come down right by the Raptors, And so all we gotta do is drop them in the water and go. So that's what we're gonna work on right now, is loosening these bolts and drilling this out. And I'll give you the specs on what they're gonna be drilled out to in just a minute. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just basically wire out these two little spots here with a 5/16. So we got a bigger bolt to go through here. So that's all we are gonna do. Wow. A little lightning there, John.
Yep. Reminiscent of the last time we was up
No,
there.
last time we were here, guys, there was a tornado that flew by. There we go. So they pop right in now. Okay. Here we go. So I'm going to put these bolts in here. I'm going to make sure it's got it lined up. It goes that way. Put these bolts in there. And then let's see, we had them in there a while ago, decided to do it backwards. There we go. And there we go. And then we'll put the nuts and the washer on each one. All right, now we just gotta get the right size socket and an Allen head for the front side of it, and lock those down. So now we're going to take these off. Now, we can readjust that after a while.
Yeah, just get them started.
All right. Okay, you got that a little bit loose, so we're gonna want these. We want them like this, John, or we gonna flip them backwards?
No, yours go that way.
They do.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess we're going them kind of angled in tad bit.
That's the way I see most of them.
Okay. Get them tightened up again. We can always come back. All right, let's go do side 2, and then we'll come back and run wires. All right, guys, what I'm gonna do here is measure. So from right there to right there is almost 4 inches. So let's go over to this side and do the same thing. And we got it perfect. Okay, so now it's just a matter of getting it tightened down. All right, so we also had to check the angle. I've got this, and I don't know if it's right yet because I've never used these, but I've got this angled right at the back of my boat. So both of them are kind of towed in a tad bit, which should keep me a little more steady. That's up for debate, and I'll let you know if that's wrong. All right, so the way it recommends doing this for the Raptors anyway is to run the cable on the outside, or the inside of the outside. So I'll do another one here in just a second, and then we'll just take it and follow my current cords and go into the boat. Now you're supposed to leave a little slack up here, which this will bend on its own, and leave a little bit of slack here. Let me go ahead and put this one in. I'm probably gonna get some more zip ties to use on this, I like my wires as neat as possible. There we go, and I'll cut those off in a minute. Use those for over here. I'll go ahead and get over there and do that. All right. This is where I'm probably gonna get one more just to have down here, just to have it a little safer. So it can get snagged on something. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take this off so that I can run these wires in there a lot easier. Got the other side off already. Put that here, and then this, you can just poke right on down there.
So Chris is just zip tying the rest of these wires up right here going to the other power pole. And then we're gonna get inside the box back there and put the relay and the breaker in, and that's where we'll make all our connections. And we'll come back to that part here in a minute, but everything's going pretty smooth. This is probably about one of the easiest installs that him and I's actually took on together. Most of the time we turn our project into 6 or 7 hours or 3 days, but this is working out pretty good. Y'all stay with us, see how this turns out.
All right, John, what are you doing here?
I am connecting the trolling motor, the wires from the trolling motor, which are going to go to the relay, and so I'm just putting the end connections on them right here. Both of them have a red and a white wire, and they have a specific place they go to on this relay right here. They go right here on the relay. This is your main disconnect, and then this is the relay that runs all the trolling motors and the reverse and the backwards and the pedals and everything. Really nice setup right here. It's all in one unit. You got the 100 amp breaker, and then you're going to have a positive wire coming in here going through the 100 amp breaker powering the relay. Then of course you'll have a negative going to the battery, and then these right here control the trolling motors, and these right here is the input from the foot pedals on whether to go forward or backwards. So really nice setup they got right here. They did a real good job of putting this together and making it easy as possible.
All right, so let me give you a little update. John's gone to the store because we need a couple bolts. So he's got, well, he took it with him, but what we're gonna do, show you this, we're gonna put that relay right here. So this is one of my chargers that charges this battery here and my other one way up front, but this other piece will fit right here, so we're going to put that in there. But we do need a couple through bolts to go into this compartment back here, and that will keep it nice and sturdy. And at that point we'll run all of these connections over to these, go straight to the batteries. Guys, this is not taking very long. It is 9:47. We started here about 8:30, so it's taken about an hour so far to get this done, and really it's just a matter of connecting things right now. I'm hoping it quits raining. We're gonna go to the lake and give it a shot. If not, we can just try it here and see what happens, but I still would like to get on the lake. Okay guys, so what we've done at this point in time is we have run this in. So basically I just drilled, or John and I drilled holes here and one down there, and just put a through bolt in there with a nice big washer to make sure it doesn't pull out of here. So this thing is secured on at this point. So now we're just gonna run, we got all the cables run, and so we'll run all those into here. I'll record that and you can see how that goes.
These are the wires from the trolling motor. The whites go to white on this relay and the reds go to red on this relay. So that's what we're doing right now. We're gonna hook the trolling motor up to the relay. And just remember white to white, red to red on these posts down here. So that's what we're gonna do first. Get that part done.
Oh, there you go, light. Thank you, John. So white to white, red to red. So that's gonna be the first part of the hookup. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do, this is for the foot pedal. We're gonna not replace, but install these into right in there. I can't point to it. Yep, those little ones.
These little screws right here.
All right.
So this one is gonna go up top with the hot right here.
Okay.
And then this one's already got a blue jumper, and then these two are gonna be green over here and black over here. All
right, so the next step, as you can see here, John took the power wire here, connected to that, the green wire to here, and the black wire to there. Now, when it gets to the point where we're trying it out, if we don't like the way it's going forward or backwards, we switch these two. Is that correct?
Yeah, if you don't like which foot pedal does which, we just switch those two.
Yeah, so on the foot pedal, you have a left side and a right side. So I want my right side, the one closest to my foot, to be going backwards, to be stopping. So if we have it to where it's the opposite way, we're just going to switch these two wires. We'll talk about that more in just a minute. All right, so now we just place the negative wire in here. This will go to the negative of the battery. We're gonna hook those up last. We're gonna go ahead and put the power wire right there. All right, guys, so one thing that we fought with, and part of that is my fault, but because my tools are all out of order, but this is a metric 10 to get on these bolts. So that's what we're looking at. So when you're ready to get on these, they're all a metric 10.
All right, Chris is connecting the negative to the negative terminal of the battery, and then we're going to have to remove we're going to have to remove the running gun to get to the hot part, but we're making the final two connections right here, and then we'll do a little testing here and see if we can get them to spin. But we're just making this hot and negative connection, not a whole lot to it. So y'all stay with us for the final product.
All right, so John just connected the power. One thing we did do is right down here, we turned the breaker off just to make sure nothing was going on. So I had to put a few pieces back together on my boat. We had to take them out to get it to the right spot. But got a few too many wires back here. All right, so we got these backwards, guys. So I'm pushing right now. I'm pushing the one that I want to be reverse. Unfortunately, that is going forward. So it's pushing the boat forward. If I hit the other one right here, that will go to reverse, and I want to do them differently. So we're going to try and switch those two wires and see if that's the case, if that happens. All right, guys, so to achieve this, we're simply moving these two wires on different sides. I'll point them out here in a minute when John gets his big monkey hand out. All right, so we moved this one and that one, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's go give it a shot. All right, guys, so we got this done. I'm gonna clean the boat up real quick. I think I'm gonna take it to the lake real quick. I need to go look and see what the weather's holding out. We got about an 80% chance of rain. Just make sure we don't have a big thunderstorm. But I'll get this boat on the lake before I put this video out. So just to recap, this is what they look like right here on both sides. Really good, sturdy mount. I'm pretty excited about that. And come in here, we've got this, and the great thing with this is it does have a breaker that I can hit right there to turn this off each time. So all I gotta do is pop that, which I think it's already popped. Yep, it's already popped. And then pop it back up when I'm ready to use it. There we go, it's on. Now it's off. So I can leave this off while I'm charging my batteries to make sure nothing's running through there. And then let's go over here. Okay, so here's the other side. It looks really good. And again, what we did was we ran the cable basically on the inside of this so it's not seen from the outside. Just went around and then through there. And then as far as the boat, this right here is the cable for the foot pedal, which we ran all the way down this side and pulled it out of this cigarette lighter. And then there's the plug. So I will mount this plug once I figure out exactly where I want it. I think I want it right here because I can just reach over, hit my trolling motor, or reach over and pop. That is now reverse. So that is now reverse, that is forward. And I think that's the way I want to do it. We may decide it's easier going the other way and switch them back just by switching that wire, but as of now, that's where we're at. So that is it, guys. So John, I appreciate your helping. Come on over here, getting the video. And so John did a lot of the electrical work. I was the one that drilled into the fiberglass. He didn't ever do that for some reason, but
yeah, I'll let Chris drill into his own boat. I ain't doing that.
So we're gonna go ahead and pack this stuff up, go to the lake, and we can give it a shot, see how it works. So y'all stay tuned. All right, guys, so here we go. I just put the power brakes in the water, and I'll show you a video of that here in a second. And we're gonna give it a shot. So I'm on spot lock right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and start moving forward. Let's go up to this buoy. It's a good out of the water deal. So there's the buoy. Let's go ahead and, oh yeah, baby. What a stop.
Put them down a little further.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go, that looks good. We want to go forward. That works well. Oh yeah.
You can stop now.
It's a game changer, guys. Power brakes. What's that smoke coming up? I'm joking. Power brakes. I love it. Let me spot lock myself. All right, guys. So we are out here now. We just, as you saw, we use these power brakes, and they did a great stopping job. You know, something I just never expected. So I'm using the 40 power thrust. I had the 30s originally and worked out a deal with him to get the 40s. So great thing, John. I think it took us probably 2.5 hours to install this overall. I mean, we made it into a 2-day project, as we always do. But we did a lot of stops, had to run to the store real quick and get some bolts and just things that we weren't expecting. Hardest part was, I think, running the power cables. Now here we use a snake for plumbing and just ran it all the way up here. And it wasn't even power cable. I'll take it back, is the cable for the foot switch. So overall, it was a good thing. Again, probably 2.5 hours. John, you had something to say a while ago that I want you to say again.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that coming from someone that has a different brand brake on their motor, on their boat, I've installed both of them. I installed the ones I have, and now we've installed these. These are by far a superior product than the ones I put on my boat, just as far as strength, as far as ease of wiring. These are by far the better choice than what I have on my boat. I'm not going to mention that brand because I don't want to down anybody, but if you're in the market for some brakes for your boat, this is definitely the brand to go with, just because of the strength of the brackets, the breakaway on the brackets. That we ain't even mentioned the breakaway on it, but they do have a breakaway feature that will, if you hit a stump, they will break away and not break everything back there. The wiring, it already has relays, it has disconnects on it. Everything's there that you need. Everything's simple, and it's definitely a superior product than the ones I installed on my boat.
Yeah, we had everything we needed except for because where I wanted to mount that relay, we had to go get some through bolts and washers and nuts. But other than that, everything is there for you. And I guess there's no way to really install that or to include that because you don't know where you're going to put it. So
yeah, you don't know where it's going to be mounted. But I can tell you one thing: if something happens to mine and I have to redo something, I will be using power brakes from this point forward, because they are by far a superior product than other ones I've seen on the market. And I was telling Chris, in order to make mine have the nudge function to go forward, I may contact them and just get the control box back there that makes all of that possible, and one little control box that you can fix it to where you can nudge forward or pull backwards. And that's one feature mine doesn't have. But definitely a great product, well thought out, and I'd highly recommend them to anybody that's needing any.
So guys, if you all have any questions at all, how we did something, just leave a comment down there. I do respond to every comment that comes into my channel. So out of the 6 years I've done this, every video, every comment has had a reply. So I will give you an answer. It may not be right away. I may have to think about it for a minute and give it to you, but it is in there. So leave me a comment, guys. Let me know what you think of this whole process, what you think of these brakes. Have you ever used them before? Leave it in the comments, okay? Also, if you haven't done so, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, guys. We do, mainly fishing. I do install things, and but anyway, yeah, that's what it is, guys. A Sleep at the Reel every Thursday, a brand new show. I appreciate y'all. Have a great day.
Thanks.
All right.
Take it off spotlight. Let's see how fast we can go backwards.
Yeah.